Yo, what's up, everybody? This is William from For the Billions, back with another video. And I wanted to make this video to talk about friendship and reciprocal relationships. Essentially, I'll go ahead and give you guys a quick story, and then I'll also explain what I mean further. But if you enjoyed this type of content, if you're trying to get out there and get into the tech space, please go ahead and hit the like button and check out the Before the Billions website that's in the link in the description. So with that being said, let me tell you guys a quick story. So I remember when I was first getting started with Before the Billions, I really didn't have anybody who was helping me. I'm completely bootstrapped everything. I just recently came back from the Microsoft offices earlier today here in Atlanta, Georgia, and I was networking with a lot of business owners, and they were talking about bootstrapping. I asked the question of, like, hey, when you're trying to bootstrap everything, how do you actually get help? How do you stop wearing all the hats? I was thinking back on in the past when I was getting everything started up and I didn't know what to do. Nobody really wanted to help that much. I didn't really receive that much support, really. Like, yeah, I started getting more followers after I interacted and got onto the lead attorney, and then I got more of a following through the lead attorney. But as far as like setting up my business and things like that, I didn't really have that much of a network when it came to business and also career. So I said, okay, well, what I had to do is I had to build things up. The story goes like this: is I am building my network. I meet some more people through like social media and LinkedIn, and I noticed that whenever I would post my videos and I kept putting out content, I even came out with the BTB meetup. I invited a lot of people to the BTB meetup. I let everybody know that, hey, it's going on, and that took a lot of money because I funded everything myself. I had to find the venue. I had to do a whole bunch of different things. And when I noticed that some people who I invited, like, they would send me videos and they would send me things that they were doing. And then I realized, like, oh, they didn't show up to the BTB meetup. I was like, okay, well, that's fine. I try to speak to them. They won't actually talk to me back. It's just more like, oh, thumbs up, or they read it and won't respond. But then, like, I'll reach out to them about something and then they won't respond, but they'll send like a video or something like that they're doing. And then I was like, okay, is this really a reciprocal relationship? Like, you're not really supporting me. You're barely talking to me. And it doesn't seem like I'm really getting anything out of this, but I'm helping them out, like sharing out their content, sharing out things that they're doing, going to their events and stuff like that. And then I realized, I was like, this doesn't really seem to be a reciprocal relationship. And if it's not reciprocal and you're feeling like it's one-sided, it may be best for you to go ahead and just wander off, or not really continue giving your support to somebody who won't support you back. Now, a lot of people, I used to use the word friend like wildly. I used to use it, oh yeah, that's my friend, and we only met each other a few months before. But I realized, like, a friend is somebody who will get on the other side of the couch and help you move. Or if your house burned down, they check in on you or let you stay at their house for a little while you get on your feet. If you in the hospital or something like that, they come in and check in on you, or they show up to the hospital for you. And I realized that the vast majority of my networking people I was calling friends would not do any of those things. So what you need to do is find people who will be your champions, find people who will be a part of your tribe, and will do those things for you. And you can also do those things as well for them. You also, there's a bit of work that you have to give as well. And that's what people had to realize, that, hey, things need to be reciprocal on both ends. You have to be able to provide value. I remember back when, like a few years ago, I was just going out with my friends and like going to the club and things that really didn't help me in any way. I was sitting here like, man, I am wasting a lot of time going to these like, it's not even events. It's just like going out to eat or going to like the club and spending money. Like, I remember they charged like $40 to get into the club one day, and then end up wasting $40 to go because everybody else was going. So you kind of have to figure out, like, hey, not only is this not serving me, it is wasting a lot of money, it's wasting a lot of time and resources, and sometimes it may just be best to not continue on doing those things. And I replaced going to those types of places with going to networking events and business mixers and going to big name brand buildings like Microsoft and Google. And I started trying to expand myself and also my network, so that way I meet more like-minded people who are also aspirational, also have things of value to provide, are interested in my type of business and content and what I have going on, and are actually excited to see me whenever I come up. And I had to say that you have to be consistent. Being consistent is how I was able to get further with technologists of color, or that's how I was able to build my network by going to many different events. People will see you, and what you have to realize is that people have to see you at least 5 times before they remember your name. If you're not consistent, you go to an event maybe once or twice at the year, or you go to an event maybe once at the month or something like that. That's not going to get you anywhere when you're talking about being consistent. You have to kind of go a little bit more frequently, right? This is something that is a long play that I'm doing. Like, hey, we connected here and we see each other like every time we go to this event. Now we build rapport. When I made that video about how the Atlanta tech scene has a lot of cliques, we're all people at the end of the day. Of course we're going to have cliques. Of course we're going to have people who we're warm towards. And that's what networking is all about. It's just getting to know people. So people are much more willing to work with people who they know as opposed to like a complete stranger. Overall, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below about friendship and reciprocal relationships. I think that in both, you need to be able to provide value to each other. You can waste a lot of time hanging out with friends. Like, yeah, you need to be able to have a social life, but you need to have your social life in a productive way. I go to these networking events, and this is like my social life because I get to talk to a lot of people and meet a lot of people, right? If you go to a social event and it's in the middle of a weekday, if you have the ability to be able to go to these events in the middle of the day, that means that not only you have the ability, but also the people who are there have the ability for their schedule to be open for them to go to this event. Anyway, go ahead and hit the like button, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And also hit the bell notification icon if you want to be notified whenever I make new videos on YouTube. Please go ahead and check out the links in the description down below, so that way you can check out the Before the Billions website, so that way you can join the Before the Billions newsletter to get more updates from Before the Billions and what I'm doing here with my business. And also, you can join the Discord link down below, so that way you can speak with either me or anybody else within the BTB squad. I would really appreciate it. That being said, guys, do not forget to build your billions, and I will see you all in the next one.